3.
We'll just shoot like, okay, yeah.
3,
Countdown.
2, 1.
Hey!
Hi.
Wow! It's a new show?
Welcome to our new show.
Oh, we got a new show!
We got a new show. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, it's a good show.
It is going to basically be every week we're going to bring you an exercise and a different kind of food, and we're going to mukbang and get fit, which seems counterintuitive, and that's kind of our brand.
Calm down.
What's up? Wait, what?
We can't do that right now.
Why?
We have to do an emergency episode of GSP.
Wait, but we've got a guest.
Look at what we're missing out on.
Oh my God. Well,
People are making money from selling their bath water.
okay, I need to go take a bath immediately. I need some cash.
Let's do a GSP.
Okay.
Screw the show. We started in a week or two.
Okay.
We could do a GSP. We can get a bunch of baths. We
Okay.
can do an episode where we take baths and then we sell the water afterwards. People want to watch you take the best part of it. They gotta watch you take the bath,
Okay. Can we wear swimsuits?
and then we can wear swimsuits.
I have one on. Do you?
You have a swimsuit on?
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. Okay.
I just don't know if we have baths outs.
Why don't we
have
check
baths?
outside?
We have. All right. So we're gonna go check outside right
Yeah.
now, guys. I'm sorry. We almost got to
Yeah.
our mukbang
Ugh.
fitness show.
Next
And
time?
maybe next
I
time.
got the theme song ready. I mean, we're ready.
We had a theme song.
Yeah.
This sucks.
We have a guest coming in who thinks he's going to exercise with us. We got to get him a bath too.
Fuck. Okay.
All right.
Guys, we're gonna go. We got to see if we got baths outside. I don't know if we do. Sorry about the mukbang show, but we're gonna go take a bath.
Yeah.
All right, party on. We'll see you in a second.
Trash. Come here. Look what I found.
Whoa, Rich!
They were just set up outside.
These three pools, they were just set up outside.
They were just set up outside perfectly with mics. We got rubber duckies. We got bubbles. Like, this could work as a bath.
These look like the perfect 3 baths for us and our guest today.
I guess they are.
Wow.
Now tell
And
me-
you don't think we're stealing any pools from the neighbors, neighbors' kids?
Probably the neighbor kids, but they can find other pools. There's a lake right there.
Fuck the neighbor kids. Let's start the podcast. We got an emergency podcast. Oh God, that can't be good for microphones. God, it's so cold.
That was definitely set up for a child. That overflow.
Yeah, this was definitely a children's bath or pool that we are getting into now.
It's all right.
But here we are on an episode of GSP, an emergency episode. Listen, this is wet. I have things in my hand. But today we're here for 1 to sell bath water and for 2 to introduce a very special guest.
Yeah.
And also really just a co-host today. Here we're introducing the newest member of the Totally Cash Collective. I've never been more excited for anything in my life. We've never had an intro. Hold on!
Oh, sorry. You're telling me
We've
to
never
hold
had an
on.
intro. I'm telling the fans.
Yeah.
Can I talk? I'll talk to you too. We've never
Okay.
had an intro to anyone in the Totally Cash Collective on GSP before. Everyone who's been on has already been in.
Right. So now we're introducing a new member.
My favorite one.
Hey, I thought I was
Calm
your
down.
favorite one.
I gotta say that because we're doing the podcast.
Okay. Fair.
Beyonce, we're gonna talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
But real quick, okay, this person, when I meet people, usually I don't like them. I hate them.
Okay. We'll talk about that
We're
later
gonna get
too.
into some of that. We're gonna get into murder later.
Okay.
And I got the jewel in my hand, but I don't care because this podcast isn't about the jewel in my hand.
Give me
This
the jewel.
podcast is about, hold on, I need to hit it in a bit. This podcast is about Mike Baldino. All right? And he calls himself the Dick Dino. And this guy is the funniest person I ever met ever. At first, when I met him, I hated him because he was so funny. All right? And then I met him again. I was like, wow, you're still funny. Maybe I should stop liking you. Started to get to know you, and then ride off of your success. So now I'm riding off of his waves. We're going to bring him into
Wait
the
a
podcast
second. Is that him
today.
over there?
That's him.
Hey,
And
Mike.
Mike,
What's up?
come on.
Hey.
Mike doesn't know
Hey.
he's on GSP today. He's not.
You told me you were doing a fitness thing with her.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we were going to do the fitness and mukbang show.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mike's prepared for that. I see that you got your gym clothes on,
Yeah.
your yoga mat.
What are you guys up to now?
You're gonna need to get in this pool because
Well, we're
we're
gonna be-
selling bath water.
So this is not pool water.
No, we got to see who sells the most bath water now.
It's bath water.
Do you have anything in your
Are you
car?
ready, or-
Like
I'm
a.
prepared. I always actually dress with the
Whoa, hey!
Oh my gosh.
So he was that.
Freedom.
Oh, wow. So you're always
and
ready to.
support.
Freedom and support. Get on the
Okay.
microphone. Our fans to hear your
All right.
beautiful voice.
He's talking
We
about
have-
freedom and support.
Hey guys, today on the
Can I have
podcast,
this?
we're introducing
Yeah.
the beautiful Mike Baldino, this sexy fucking comedian we have now joining our company, our thing,
Yeah, the collective.
our podcast
That is-
today, and the collective
That is cold.
forever.
Real cold.
We got bubble bath
And we got
stuff.
the overflow.
We got
Oh.
bubble bath stuff. Now there are small pools. I just realized I sat a certain way and I put my heel in my own asshole.
Yeah, I
I
might
just
be.
had to readjust.
I could be in myself too.
Now hold
That's
on,
a
Rach.
possibility.
This is gonna go for you too. But Mike, you're a guy.
Yeah.
Have you ever been wiping your ass? Something's going on. You're sitting a
Okay.
certain way, and you start get aroused by how you're touching your own asshole, or something's touching. Maybe you sit on a couch somewhere on a remote. You're getting aroused.
No.
Has that ever happened to you?
Is this really how we're starting?
Well, there's two.
It's gonna be how we're starting.
There's two
I think I'm
things.
peaking, so I'm gonna pull us away.
When you say that, I think of two things. I bought an aftermarket bidet. Used it for like 2 weeks.
Talking to the fucking microphone.
I wouldn't
Is this your
recommend
first time?
it. Yes, I don't do
Hold it
podcasts.
down a little bit.
Oh.
That's what she said.
Just stand down. Just force it down. Don't worry about the whole
What do you
nine.
mean? It doesn't go lower.
Mike, don't touch the mic. You're all wet.
I'm a little soapy.
What's he supposed to touch?
He needs to figure it out.
I feel like this
You're
is
really
Okay,
welcome.
you
We just
hold
gave you
on
a
to the
huge
mic.
introduction to Totally Cash, and you can't figure it out. We're
Yeah,
selling
you
bath
overdid
water.
it.
Thank you.
I thought this felt not like pool water.
It's not.
Felt
It's
like
bath
dirty
water.
Bath water. We got
It's
bubble
not dirty.
bath.
It's not
Is the
going to be.
bubble bath over there?
Yeah, it
But
is.
who's
Do you want some more?
Who's
Yeah,
bath
I'm
water?
kind of. I think I'm a little big. I finally forced all the bubble bath out.
Who's bath
Don't feel
water
bad
am I
because so
in?
did I. That's
You're
yours.
in, no, this is never before touch bath water because what we want to do here is we want to see whose bath water can sell out the fastest.
I mean, it's obviously going to be mine.
Rachel,
but
are you talking about the sex appeal right now?
yes.
I have
Hundo
tits
P.
too.
You have tits too.
I have tits too.
Okay, well,
Those are big
that's
nipples.
kind of
Thank you.
skanky.
It
And I'm
wasn't
not
a compliment.
flashing my boobs.
I'm flashing my boobs.
Okay,
feel like
so
we
you
might
should
wanna
flash
buy
it
my
towards
wa-
the camera,
I
not
feel
at
like
me.
you're
You might
up.
want to buy my water fastest. This is what you get. You
There's
can look
hair.
at these as you
There's
jack
gonna
off.
be hair in the water.
And you drink the water, you bathe in the water yourself. I'll sell you this whole pool. I'll sell you the whole bath.
Did we check if you can drink the bubbles?
I don't know, but I don't think it's about that.
No,
I think it's about the
mine's-
people.
I
think people
peed.
drink it.
I
They get the-
peed a little bit already,
Did
so
you already
mine's
pee?
not edible.
Okay, so
We're
Mike's
past
got piss
that.
in his. If you like piss, you know who's to buy.
That adds value, and if
So-
you don't, I'll do it half the price of trash.
You
Welcome
do-
to the Shark
Were you
Tank.
talking to the mic?
I feel like the mic still hears me.
All right.
I
How
think he's
sensitive
talking
is
into
it?
the
Is he
mic.
talking to the mic?
He's talking into the mic.
Guys, welcome
You're
to our
very
emergency
aggressive.
podcast. We're doing a bath cast today where we sell
enjoy
bath
myself.
water. Perfect.
Yeah, you've heard of podcasts, but I bet you've never heard of Bathcasts. And this is Trash and I, once again, breaking barriers.
Breaking barriers here.
This time with Mike.
With another first. With Mike out here in 3 baths. And we're
Rubber
selling our
duckies.
bath water after the cast. So if you want to buy the bath water, go to the link in the YouTube. If you're on Spotify, go to our YouTube, watch the
Link
video,
in
give us a
bio.
subscribe, and then hit the link. And you can buy our bath water. And what we're going to be getting into on a future cast is who sold the most water.
So don't make me look bad.
Don't make me look
Buy
bad.
mine.
Okay.
And here, Mike
I'll give you
is-
$1 for everyone you buy. Are we doing most money or most units sold? Like,
Ooh,
are we
I'm going
selling
to
this
sell mine in
by-
shot
I
glasses.
think we should have ours all sold for the same amount of money.
Like
Or
volume?
We can set our own prices.
So you can only sell the whole pool as a whole. So it's like one sale.
Okay, so it's like weed.
I don't.
I don't know.
I have no
I guess
idea.
you don't buy weed and like.
I never buy weed in the lunch. I always buy a little bit every 3 days. I should figure it out. We're going to get into selling
that's
drugs
cost effective.
later.
I literally don't know.
Guys, I have nothing prepared for this podcast today. I'm not looking at a big sheet here
Oh, yeah, it's wet.
with a bunch
it's
of
already
references.
wet.
It's actually dry right now.
There's a little wet spot in the middle.
There's a wet spot, but I think we're going to get through. I think this sheet's going to last me the whole cast, and we're going to be able to get through a few fun things here. So today on the cast, yeah, who's going to sell the most water? We already got into that. Trash, move on. Intro Mike. We did that before.
Mm-hmm.
Honk sound effects. Didn't set them up.
Well, I don't have my phone. It's over there.
Also, that wasn't going to be funny, to be honest.
Beep, beep.
I was rooting against that from the beginning.
Oh,
All
I
right,
thought
so
it
we're
was
gonna-
going to be good.
When you ran that by, did you?
I thought it was gonna be
it
good.
would only be good if you actually had like.
I thought it was going to be
Tell
good.
the story.
I don't even want to now. I thought there was going to be a big cast. We're introducing Mike. We're in
I'll tell you a
Bass. We're
story.
out
You
by
know
a
when you-
lake.
you know when you're
We're in
watching something
Where are we, Alaska?
and you hear something in the background and you think it's in your actual apartment or home. He wanted to have a car horn so you would think the actual car was like, oh, outside or something along those lines. And then
And
he
you guys
was
hear
to-
Mike
to
talking for the
pull
first
this
time on the
off-
podcast? He kind of sucks, huh?
To pull this off.
Should we kick him off?
Just because you have one fucking bad idea.
This is a shitty story you're telling. I can
I
tell it
have
way
a-
better.
I
Because
have
you're
one
involved in the story.
That's like what you're talking about. That new Billie Eilish song, "Bad Guy," has a turn
love Billie
signal
Eilish.
sound
Yeah.
in it, and every time I listen to it in the car, I think my turn signal's on.
Well, everyone calm down. I was on the way to.
Professionally done. He wanted to honk a horn like off
talking
to the
the
side.
fucking microphone because people are on Spotify and they're on Stitcher. And we're doing a podcast
all
today.
50 people.
You
need to calm down.
Do I need to calm down?
You know what, boys?
No, calm down, guys.
came prepared.
I'm starting the first bit. I'm not prepared. I have
If you
nothing ready.
fight, I have a whistle. If I blow this whistle, you guys go in timeout, and it's the Rachel cast.
And then you take over for a little bit?
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea.
That's fair.
All right,
Yeah.
guys, so I'm going to tell a story,
Okay.
I'm going to try to tell it. All right?
I'm going to interrupt.
I know you are.
Don't
That's why I
interrupt,
said
or
I'm
I
gonna
blow
try.
the whistle, and you
I
get a
was
timeout.
driving here.
in
I'm
the
going to tell it
lake.
really fast.
Is this the same story?
I was driving here for inspiration. I was listening to a podcast called Tuesdays with Stories. Check it out now. It's really funny. Actually, you can leave our podcast and go check that out now if you want to laugh, and then come back in a year or two and we figured
It's
it
a
out.
cry.
But we got a pretty good one for you today, so stick around. Anyways, I was listening to that. It sounded like they were playing a horn from a car, but it was really just someone talking. And that got me freaked out because around the same time, I start hearing my car rattling, like a little rattlesnake.
Yeah.
The driver's side door. And I'm like, okay, this is unsafe. My car's going to fall apart. And then I heard the horn honk. So I'm going, there's probably someone from behind me right now saying, hey, man, your car's falling
Your
apart.
trunk is falling
I want you
off."
to know. Yeah, your
Hey, man.
car's falling apart. And then
Your
so
car's
I'm
behind you.
freaking out. All right. The person starts talking. I'm like, that's a human talking. And then my check engine light comes on. So I'm immediately thinking, is that someone still honking at me? And what I wanted to do today is I wanted to have a bunch of, and I was in my car, so I was freaking out. I just wanted to be interrupting the whole podcast with honk sound effects. You know, I like to ruin things sometimes, and I was
Yeah.
going to ruin today
That would ruin it.
with a bunch of
That's
honking
where
horns.
we agree.
But when I
But I
was
couldn't
saying,
set it up.
I was saying you should do that in post, because if I'm just doing that on my
Right.
phone, you're going to be
Hey,
able
maybe
to
I'll
tell.
still add it in
Yeah,
post.
it has
should
the,
do it.
the
We shouldn't have
humor
had
is if
this
it
discussion
Actually,
at
works.
maybe
all.
starting right now, there'll be so many honk sound effects, we won't be able to hear anyone say
footsteps.
anything for
Two
the whole rest of the
footsteps.
episode.
Everyone just move your mouths.
Move your mouse.
Beeps.
I think I do need to calm down. There's listeners listening. I need to talk like this, like NPR. So, I have nothing planned today. Anyways, guys, woke up this morning. I
Mess.
felt like shit. I took too many edibles last night.
What
It
kind of
happened again.
edibles?
I take these. I can't. If
Like-
I say
like
what they
weed
are,
or
it's
mushroom
the same
edibles?
thing as the company. I take these edibles that are vegan.
Why
Did you care about your health as you're doing drugs?
No, because they're the only ones that deliver through Instagram illegally. So you can hit them up on
That can't be
Instagram,
true,
and
but-
they literally do.
No, I agree with that. They can't be the only one.
Yeah, there's probably a few more.
This sounds very sketchy. I
It
feel like we
does.
shouldn't
But-
admit to illegal activity.
I didn't admit to anything.
I
This
picked up
is
the drugs
trash
one day on a
is
pod.
life.
It's fine. Listen, what I'm trying to talk about is it's kind of sketchy because we're doing the weight loss thing right now. And
Is that why they're vegan?
no, but that's kind of why I use them instead of the other ones that you're talking about.
So literally you buy
So let me finish
edibles-
fucking talking.
For a diet.
Let
you're
me
on.
set up something and then we can talk about it. How about that?
All right, fair. I'm new to this, and so far I don't like it.
Welcome to Totally Cash, Mike.
I gotta go.
Yeah. Oh, what's that, Mom?
Look at
My
that.
mom's calling me,
Is it
man.
that intense? Is
Oh
this
my
a
God.
bad podcast?
Oh my god.
Well, you're wearing a shirt in the pool,
We have
so you're already
bats.
that guy.
I thought. I want people to keep watching.
He's being kind of mean to you.
We got you. We got you. You two are some eye candy people. We can get into sex appeal. And if I took my shirt
You got
off,
my eye candy?
you know we are doing the weight loss thing, and I have lost a lot of weight, and I'll take my shirt
I've
off.
heard. I haven't noticed.
What
but
I'm
I've
talking
heard.
about right now is
Scales don't lie.
I need low calorie items. Vegan edibles. There's no butter. This is low calorie chocolate.
But there's probably a lot of sugar.
and
It's
saturated
low-
fat. It's chocolate.
Sugar turns into calories. But what we're talking about here is legalization of weed. If weed was legalized, I would know how many calories are in the edibles I'm buying. But
You
I
mean
just chalk it
your
down
Instagram dealer doesn't give you like a nutrition printout?
for no. I just chalk it down for
Find
300
that-
or 400,
That's sketchy.
and I change
That's
it every
the
time.
only sketchy part about
Yeah.
buying drugs on
Hey,
Instagram.
Tab, just bought drugs from you. Do you know how many calories are in
I'm
that?
gonna get fucking buck naked
Please don't.
and buck wild.
Please don't. I'll blow the whistle.
All right, but
Can I
anyways,
see your
all right,
shirt?
maybe that bit didn't go as well as I
Can I-
thought. You
can I
guys
s-
want to?
Can I see your shirt?
I had all these things fucking planned out
He's-
today.
he's the
we
one
get
trolling
Baldino.
you.
He's trolling the podcast. We have
I'm
listeners.
trying to sell
You think
bathwater,
they're-
and I think if I put a little bit of you in mine,
No, that's
it'll
gonna taint-
sell for
that's
more.
gonna taint the fucking.
I just won.
No,
Whatever
my
you
water is
offer
still
them,
the best.
I offer them too.
And I
Slightly
offer them
diluted.
Don't make me
me.
jerk off in your bathwater, Mike. I'll ruin everything right now.
I will
I'll ruin the
cry.
podcast.
I will
I'll ruin my
leave.
relationship with you. I'll ruin your bathwater. I'm
It
gonna
looks like
jerk
you're
off into
naked
that
right now,
pile-
though.
What?
Because I can't see your pants. Oh, now they're puffing up.
I mean, we're in a bath.
I was so stoked about this podcast. I had all these things I wanted to talk about. I had notes. I had
want to
fucking
hear.
notes.
I want to hear what your notes are.
Edibles, calorie count.
Moving on.
That was going to be a good joke. I was going to say, hey, when they're legalized, at least we'll be able to read the calories on our... And that was going to be a funny joke. But I wrote it yesterday. I got out of the joke. It's today. I'm fucking out. I ruined our podcast.
I love you.
I love you too, Rach. But can you take over here?
I don't feel like
Just
you
for a
ruined
second.
it.
I'm going
Okay,
to come right back.
What would
No,
you
Mike,
like me to talk about?
this is something I got to do on the podcast. I get into a whole bit about how I'm ruining it. And then then I keep doing that. It's like all I do.
That's your niche.
It's like all I do.
Ruin podcast.
I basically the whole time I go, oh man, it was almost a good podcast, and then But hold on,
One
we
day.
can't talk about it. 'Cause that
Yeah, I
ruins
feel
the
like
bit.
you shouldn't have that on the podcast.
Yeah, we can't ruin
It's
it with
too
the
late.
fucking talking
You're gonna
about
cut it out.
Don't cut it out.
I'm gonna cut it out.
So our wedding's only like 39 years and 11 months away.
Our wedding's only 39 years and 11 months away, and you started dating this new guy, Brian.
Brennan.
That's what I said, Brian. And Brian was supposed to be here today on the podcast.
He was.
And he was gonna come here and we are gonna have a little fun.
Yeah.
And now we can't. And you know what I want to do right now is I want to
Okay.
say how unfun Brian really is.
His name is not Brian.
His name, it doesn't matter.
Give him a new name.
All right, Bicycle. And Bicycle, he won't come here and fuck it. Like what is it, Romeo and Juliet? And then someone else comes in and ruins everything? There's some story to tell. All I'm saying is there's some shit going down right now. I'm not a fan of it.
Brennan
I know
thought.
I'm on the shelf. I'm on the
you
shelf.
read Romeo
I'm on the
and
shelf.
Juliet?
I'm on the shelf.
Yeah.
The last podcast we did, we were both single.
Yeah.
Now only one
Ish.
of us is single.
That's true. I'm sorry.
How are we gonna get married in 39 years if I'm just saying, something I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to sabotage this relationship.
Well, you and Brian can discuss that.
Fuck Brian.
I don't know,
I'm
but
gonna fuck Brian.
I'm with trash.
Hold on.
He woke me up this morning with a text that said, "I think I have pink eye." And
I
then I
bet
was
trash
like,
would wake you
well,
up with like a back rub, which is way better than a pink eye text.
He was gonna text her, I think I hate you, you stupid bitch.
Close
And
second.
then I know. That's what he told me.
That's what he told you.
That's what he told me. See, I told him that's disgusting. You shouldn't talk like that, especially about someone you love. And then what he said is, but she's a stupid bitch.
Yeah, and I don't love her.
Yeah, he said that.
He said, makes sense,
He's
but I don't
like-
love her. That's where
Yeah, so
Okay.
Tricycle, what was he saying this morning?
he's gaining wheels.
He was saying he didn't.
It's worse. You'd be like a boardwalk cart with the wheel, the 4x4.
He was saying he didn't want to come because he had an infectious eye disease, and he doesn't even have pink eye. He went to the doctor.
Yeah, he wouldn't been able to sell his water.
What kind of person goes to the doctor for pink eye? Is he 4 years old?
That's true.
No.
Stop touching your asshole and rubbing your eye. It's a very simple
it's so
solution.
simple.
Oh my God.
Wash your fucking hands, peasant.
So Brian the toddler wouldn't come on today because he couldn't get a ride because he's a child. Because none of us have car seats in our car.
We're too
for
far
him.
to pedal. He couldn't pedal this far.
That's not on my list. I'm not going off a list today. I said I
can't-
wasn't prepared for this.
I can't wait to tell him. Wow, when you watch the podcast,
Is this not live?
You think he's gonna understand what you're saying? Blah, goo, goo, ga, blah? Blah, 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 blah.
I can't wait to learn English.
Stupid piece of shit.
Ew.
Anyways,
Oh, we're
so I
talking
can't
about
wait to marry you in
Brian.
39 years
39 years and 11 months.
after we kill Brian. I'm moving on
Dude,
from
your
this.
dick won't even work at that age.
It's okay.
My dick already
It's
doesn't
gonna
work
be a
now.
sexless
No,
marriage.
I
What's the
can't
point?
come during sex. So, anyways, we have to move on.
So check your notes again. Let's
I have notes.
bring it back here.
Can we talk
Rach, are
about?
you still here?
I'm still here. I'm
My notes are
so
all wet.
Like, I'm so happy my parents will
uncomfortable.
never
I
actually
had
watch
notes,
this
they're
because
all
no
wet.
one watches this.
I had notes, and now they're all. I'm trying to get
Thank
it on.
God you're not
I'm trying to
famous.
get on schedule. All right. I'm going to a fish show tonight.
You are?
I'm going to a fish show tonight
At where? At Alpine?
at Alpine Valley.
That's awesome.
And
Thanks for the invite.
yeah, you're welcome. And I haven't been. What's with these microphones?
You set them
People
up.
are listening. We had to stay on task.
You think they're listening, but no one hears shit.
All right, so I'm going to Alpine Valley tonight, and I haven't
Alone?
been drinking because of the weight loss competition we've been doing.
He's drunk
And-
right now.
And so I don't know how we're gonna go to
I
fish.
don't know what he means by that.
I'm just gonna mute your microphone.
You'd have to get out.
No, I can do it in post. So I am going to Alpine. Just let me set things up.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm going to Alpine tonight. We're doing this weight loss competition
Yeah.
lately, and so I haven't been drinking too much. And I thought, how can you go to a fish show sober
Oh.
without killing yourself?
Uh huh.
Do you want some?
So I'm trying to look around. I'm looking around for drugs. I'm looking around for shrooms, and I can't find any. And that's when I realized, like, how come as an adult it's so much harder to get drugs than as a kid? When I was a kid, I had about 8 people right now who would sell me the most illegal and inappropriate drugs. Now everyone's just selling cocaine and weed. Those aren't
People
bad.
sell cocaine?
Cocaine's bad. But listen,
What do you mean
Math-
people sell cocaine?
Molly, acid, DMT, shrooms, you can't find it. PCP, one time I got it accidentally. I was a kid. You can't get it now. And I just thought, like, why the fuck do you guys think it's so much easier to get drugs as a kid
Here's
than
why.
as an adult?
I don't have any
As you
preference.
grow up, you weed those sketchy people out of your life, but you keep like a few around. Like, I know 2 people in my life that could get me weed.
Okay.
And
that's just
pretty
weed.
much
Is one of
whatever I
them
wanted.
trash?
Like,
You can get shrooms?
yeah, I can get you
We gotta
chocolate
talk
shrooms.
after the cast.
Like, but within those 2 people, like, if they went away, I'd be, like, totally screwed. Like, if I moved to a new place, and I'd be way too paranoid to just, like, ask a stranger, like, I mean, maybe you meet that one guy at the bar who's
I
like, oh,
haven't
you want to go
moved anywhere.
smoke or something like that. But, like, I could never, like, just be at, like, a street corner and be like, yo, dude, you got drugs?
No, that's what I'm talking about, and how scary it's gonna be. Because I asked my friend, Rach, are you here?
I'm here. I
We
don't
can't
do
talk
a
about
l-
dicks. We can't talk about drugs. What are we gonna talk about?
I have never bought drugs like that.
Then
I
you
don't
can learn
have
something.
anything to say.
Then you can learn.
She
I'm playing
Amazons
with the rubber
drugs.
ducky.
All right.
Here's the thing that I
That's
feel
what
like
she
I don't
said.
smoke
You're hosting
anymore.
the show with me.
What do you want me? I told
You could. Why don't you just go jump in the lake and take a swim?
Here's the thing about swimming.
Hey,
in
are
a
we
lake.
co-hosting?
Yeah, we're co-hosting.
Let's talk about selling drugs then. All right.
Okay.
So
Did you sell drugs?
no, we're gonna.
think that what
Mike,
he
I have
said-
a whole order of
Answer
this
the
bitch.
question.
Okay, I think what Mike said is probably right. I think you've filtered out most of the sketchy people in your life, and that's why you can't find people doing super sketchy shit.
Oh, I don't want to hear what you guys
Like
have
on
to
a
say about
daily
it. I just want
basis.
you
You
to be
just want us
looking
to
at me and
listen?
Like,
listening.
you shouldn't be this age with a person that you know
I'm not
who
gonna
does
listen to you
heroin.
guys, but I want you to listen to me.
We're
Look up
listening.
and listen. I'm talking.
I'm playing with bubbles. I'm looking.
There's people on the podcast that are listening and they're looking up trying to see me and they're
so
saying,
talk to them.
why
Don't
haven't you
talk
put
to
the
us.
video
We're
out yet?
playing
I
with our
can't see your
bubbles.
tits.
You tell the story to the viewers.
All right, so I'm telling the story to the viewers. And guys, if you
That's
aren't
right.
watching, you might want to go to the YouTube and watch. We have some sex appeal on the show today.
It's trash.
Yeah, she's cute. I meant to get in the bathtub with you because I was like, you don't bathe alone.
Ruined that whole bit.
And then
You were
like,
supposed to get in my bathtub.
I
He
was
was
just
just gonna
laying
sit
on
in the
it.
bathtub with you and act like it was the bathtub he was supposed to be in, and you ruined the whole bit.
I
He
did?
ruined his
The
whole
way
intro to
you're
Totally Cash.
small. I
He
did.
And guys, I'm going to
That's
continue
actually
telling
really
this.
funny.
I have a whole bit planned out
Okay,
about
can
the
you
drugs,
do
about
that?
fish, and you
Wait,
ruined it.
what is
Mike,
that?
put the gun down.
Why do you have a gun?
Why do you have a
out?
gun?
do you guys not?
No.
How do you protect yourself?
Pew pew.
You need to put. He has a gun out. For those of you listening on the
damn it.
podcast,
I had
he
a whole
whipped
bit.
a gun out
It's just a gun.
Pulled a gun out
It's not,
and fired it off.
loaded.
because he doesn't like your
maybe it
bit
is.
about
Ready?
buying drugs.
Oh, there it is.
He
Yeah,
killed
you're
the
talking about buying
alligator.
drugs.
Mike,
You know what
you're a
happens when you
teacher
buy
from
drugs?
this town. We're like literally
We're in
about
Alaska,
100
and
feet
it's
away
1
from
in
the
the
school.
morning.
All right, just shut up. Can I fucking go on?
Was a teacher.
You ruined the first bit. You're ruining this bit. Let me go on.
That's why I shut
We
up.
got listeners on Stitcher.
Oh,
I don't
that's
even know-
pretty
I
classy.
Don't even know what that
We're not
is.
on Stitcher.
That's too
All right,
classy
Let
for
me
us.
continue. So anyway, so my friend tells me, he goes, so my friend, and I'm talking to him, all right, my friend says, he goes, Trash man, you're my friend. You could just get drugs at the show. I go, my friend, I can't get drugs at this show. We can't just rely on getting drugs at the show. If when we were younger, if we relied on getting drugs at the show, that would have never worked out. We knew people. And I'm thinking back, man, and
It always worked out.
well, yeah, because we got them before. But then I thought, man, we talked about this on episode 7. We got porta potty mushrooms at Riot Fest, and I thought, well, yeah, porta potty mushrooms at Riot Fest. That sounds great.
Will you please tell me what a porta potty
Yeah, are they
mushroom is?
grown
Because
in
that's
the
the
porta
funniest
potty?
thing
Porta
I've
potty
ever
mushrooms
heard.
is people selling the mushrooms explicitly by the porta potties. They're not moving around. They're not selling it in the back of the show.
I didn't know that
They're
was a
not
thing.
selling
Did
it
you
while you're
know-
walking
did you
around.
know
They're
that was a
selling it
thing?
at the porta potties, and that's where they're stationed.
You know what? When I went to DePaul, my roommate started helping this guy
Started
deal
a
fake
porta potty
IDs.
mushroom business.
No,
All right.
they were selling fake IDs at the CVS in the magazine aisle.
Wait, they were inside the CVS selling things?
And they'd put
All right, hold
the
on.
fake
How long
ID
can
in
you-
a magazine, and
Just
the
hold
other
on.
person would put money in a magazine, and they would switch magazines, and that's how they sold fake IDs.
What the fuck?
Like,
You
she
don't
came
need a
home-
business. You
she
don't need a
came home-
storefront.
No,
to
she came
sell
home.
things.
She's
Trash.
like,
You can sell things
"Hey,
at CVS.
Have you ever
Yeah.
bought drugs in a sketchy
on.
movie-like way, where like someone puts it in a magazine?
Wait, hold
this
on.
isn't
We can go
drugs.
into this in a second, but I have a really good
Any
idea.
bootleg
Okay.
shit.
We're selling this bathwater, yeah, through a link on our YouTube, but should we be selling this
No, I'm on
bathwater
Craigslist.
inside of CVS's all around Chicagoland
Yes.
areas? I mean, should we be going into them and boxing them up as Evian, as Aquafina? I bought Evian today. It was dank. And should we be?
You got that
should,
classy
Should we
water.
be put? Yes, because I'm rich. Listen, should we be going into CVS's and using them as a front to sell our bathwater from the day? We're
Absolutely.
sitting in the bathwater now. We can bottle it up in bottles and we can put it in the CVS. People can come get it.
Yeah, I think that's perfect.
How do they walk out of the CVS without paying twice for it? Does one of us have to get a job at CVS and work as an employee?
No.
You
I
can't just
think
go into CVS
When
and
your
walk out with
product
stuff
is
without
this
paying.
good, you go where you want to go.
You just do whatever you want.
Also,
They-
but here's the thing.
We
That
got free-
changes the competition. Before it was one load of bathwater for maximum price. Now you're talking about
No, whoever sells the most
minimizing-
bottles.
No, here's
So it's
whoever-
not total
We sell the
profit.
same amount of water we have here. We bottle it up. We sell it in CVS.
So we all
take
get
tallies.
60
My pool's
bottles.
like
We take
one-third the
yeah,
size of yours.
let's say it equals out to 60 bottles. We each get 60 bottles.
Okay.
We tally them into. We put them in. I think we need 20, and we do 3 CVSs, and we put 20 of ours in each one, and we mark them down like you're an Evian, I'm Aquafina, you're Ice Mountain, and then our fans know. You can see
Yeah.
it. You heard it on the podcast. You'll see it on Instagram. We'll put a little menu up, and you'll see. Oh, Rachel's Ice Mountain, Trash's Aquafina, Mike's Evian, and I want the. Whoever the sexiest
want the
is, whoever,
Rach one,
whatever
Ice
smells the
Mountain.
worst. I don't know what people go off of. Smell,
That's true.
looks,
Yeah, what are they
taste.
doing
Are they
with this
tasting
water?
it? You probably shouldn't
Are
taste
they
it.
bathing
Male or
in it?
female?
Or are they
Are
drinking
they
it?
rebathing in it? That's a good question.
I
Here's
thought
the
that
thing.
they
I feel
drink
like you
it.
actually, when you
Drinking.
Yeah.
I thought it's more of
No,
like a
they
a
shouldn't
hot
drink
girl's bathing.
Yeah. Okay.
So now I
when
just
you
kind of want to
pitched this
have the
me,
water.
I've been watching a lot of
I
Shark
want to feel
Tank.
it, touch it, taste it, smell it. I think it's all of them.
And I kind of thought like,
None
I was
are
like,
disgusting.
who would buy bathwater? But then I was like, you know what? If there was $10 bathwater from a hot celebrity, and I
I would
knew
buy
that
it.
it was verified to be her
Dude, it doesn't even
bathwater,
be a-
I would take a
There's-
bath in it for $10. I would bathe in
Listen.
it and be like, I'm bathing with my.
I don't want to freak out those who follow us on Instagram now, but we got about 10 followers who, if they sold their bathwater, I'd be buying it right now.
Really?
Oh,
we have hot
100%.
babes?
That's 20%
Hot, there's
of your
one hot babe.
following.
She doesn't follow us back.
There's one hot babe
She's
named
so
Rachel.
fucking hot. You follow us back. It's not you.
Oh,
Plus that
I'll buy
Brian.
your
Okay.
bathwater. I might actually be buying your bathwater.
that's
how she
super
wins.
weird.
To win your love.
No, I want that in
Listen,
the rules.
I
You
gotta-
can't buy
To
each
win
other's
my
bathwater.
love
No,
from Brian?
Nope.
If
Can't
I
happen.
buy it and I put my name down and I write a little message, because we're gonna have the whole option. You can write us a little message. You can say who you are, or you can do it anonymously. And I'll say, Rage, it's Trash is helping you out. Wink, wink. Love you. Fuck Brian or something like that. I don't know. I'm just gonna. It's not a sexual thing. Me buying your water.
No, you just want to win
As a
my,
friend.
my,
Yeah,
my
we already know that you
friendship
don't.
love.
You don't
It's a
come when you
sexual
jerk
thing.
off. Like
What?
so, it can't be
I
a
jerk off
sexual
all the
thing.
time,
You
I just
feel
can't
like
come.
exercising awkwardly in her pool water.
I do that all the time, but just this time it'll be in the pool water.
I still. Can we finish that?
It is
No,
an awkward
no,
exercise.
we're like way
We
beyond
never
that
did that,
Don't tell me
though.
it's just an
I-
awkward exercise.
Dude,
it's like
do
a
you
shake
just
weight.
stop?
It's
Do you
just
get
like a shake
tired?
weight.
Like what stops you when you're just like, do
No,
you
there's
say
a all
fuck it?
right, real quick. There's a point where I think I'm gonna come, and then I don't, and then I'm like, oh fuck it, we'll just do it later. It's like sex. That happens to me with sex too. Guys, we're gonna move on now. Because what we're talking
I'm
about
glad
is the
we got-
porta potty mushrooms, all right? And
That's right.
and that's a big subject that we have to talk about. When we talk about, I'm just trying to get out of that whole jerking off thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, so anyway, so the porta potty mushrooms at Fish, I feel like, be very different than the porta potty mushrooms at Riot Fest. Those were very adamant mushroom sellers. Now at Fish, they're already on the mushrooms. They might even make it to me. And then I started thinking, if I don't find porta potty mushrooms at Fish tonight, I can just drown myself in the porta potty. Because I'm not going to go watch the show.
That would be
not
the
on-
worst
not
way
on
to die.
drugs. Yeah, I take that over watching Fish, a Fish set.
so why are you going?
That's a good question.
I agree with that.
That's a good question. Good friends, good fun.
You would kill
But I-
yourself
but-
if you
but-
had
but
to
it-
watch this
but
concert, but
it's
you don't
Fish.
have to go.
So you got to be, you got to be intoxicated.
Here's the thing:
at Fish.
the one drug I wouldn't buy from just some random person would be a psychedelic.
No, mushrooms you can't fuck up. You can either grow mushrooms on cow shit or on that other stuff that they sell you and you put in the tub, and then you grow that in your shed and you sell it to your friends. That's all stuff I've done before. Now, guys, so I wanted to go straight from this fucking conversation.
Into something else?
All right, I had a sheet. Wait, no, I have no sheet.
It's right there.
I really wasn't prepared for this. Fuck, my jewel's all wet and full of fucking
Serves
bath
you-
water.
serves you
Good.
right.
I
Give me
don't
the
have
jewel.
a jewel. I don't
Give
have
me
a
the
sheet.
jewel.
I don't
Don't
have a
buy
jewel.
his
Give me the
water.
jewel.
I don't have a jewel on me.
You're holding it in
For the
your
listeners, if
right
you're listening,
hand.
I don't have a jewel on me.
Listeners, trust me.
We're professionals.
Okay.
Just tits and water in his pool. No jewel.
Shit, my notes don't line up to where I'm at now in my fucking bit, but I'm just gonna say real quick. Yeah, so I sold drugs before. Have you guys ever sold drugs?
No.
No.
All right, then I guess I'll just go right into the story about me selling drugs.
Okay.
So for a while, I was selling really bad drugs. Like the worst, if you wanted a drug, the worst version of that drug that you could find, come to me for it.
Yo, are you
I'll
like
have it.
allowed to be talking about this on a podcast? Like
Dude.
a little
The
bit.
lawyer is sitting there just shaking his
No,
head.
I'm like a little nervous about you talking
Yeah.
about this.
Hey, dude,
He's
you're just
giving
gonna have
you
to calm down.
He's Dude, he
It's
does not
about
like
it's
that.
about our followers on Stitcher. It's about our freedom. It's not about the next
Monopoly
5 years,
drugs.
the next 10 years.
Tell us about your Monopoly drugs.
Lock me up after the cast. I just want to sell the most bathwater. And I guess I just want to tell my story. Is that bad? People write
Fell in
biographies all the
water.
time. I'm just doing a little one right
I'm just
now.
making sure like that you're not going to get in trouble.
I used to sell the worst drugs, right? So if you wanted the worst version of a drug, and that drug, you come to me.
So you mean quality-wise?
Yeah, like the worst.
So if
I
I
thought
wanted, like-
you meant like heroin.
No, like, when you say
trash.
the worst,
no,
you never
no,
sold
no.
heroin.
But if you wanted heroin, come to me for the worst
You
heroin.
never sold heroin.
But you didn't sell
I'm
heroin.
just saying, if you want a bad
You're
heroin,
a
come to me
white
for the
kid
worst
from my
heroin.
area. You sold like
I've
weed,
done heroin, but
maybe
we're gonna get into
little
that in a
bit
future
blow. You did
episode.
not do heroin.
As an accident. It was an accident, guys. I said we can't get into that
Okay.
until episode 58 or something. 59, 50, 10.
69.
You ran into the needle.
69. Good word. Number. Anyways, so
That's how you read it, I guess.
so if you wanted a bad drug, you come to me.
Okay.
And not like not heroin, but if you wanted the worst kind of heroin, you come to me, right? And so at this particular time, my main drug of sell was weed, and I was selling the worst weed, and it wasn't selling at all, right? And this one day, I go to this guy's house. This is a cop. It's a cop who sells weed. Now, this guy sold the best weed in town, but he put this shit in a freezer. And when I would go to his house, right? And he's one of those guys that you just go there for the weed. This is the best weed around. And I would be like, I would just go there, but he wants to chill and talk because he's a cop. He has no friends.
Did you know he was a cop?
I did.
Like right away?
Oh, dude,
Is that where he got the drugs?
Yeah, is it just
it might be.
confiscated, bud?
It might be, but I think honestly,
so
I think it
sad.
was a big operation, and it was a thing. He had the best fucking weed of all time, and it was in a freezer. And I thought, when I brought his weed home, and it became unfrozen, there was still a lot of keef on it, but it looked like a lot less because the frozen particles had a little ice or something, a
Yeah,
little
people
frost,
water it down before they weigh it.
a little frost.
Common.
And so I put my okay, so real quick, this fucking guy used to have illegal guns all over his garage. He had a 4 or 5 foot bong. I mean, this was the guy. Right, she had guns.
Is he
You
in
gonna talk?
jail?
Yeah.
No.
No, he's a cop.
Yeah, but is he in jail
He
now?
doesn't go to
Because that
jail.
is literally
Yeah,
somebody's
he's
gonna
going to.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
watch this,
You
and they're
just
gonna be like,
outed
"You have
him.
to
Like,
tell us
he-
like which
I don't
cop."
have to tell you who it is.
They know where.
Listen,
They know
there's
what
so
to
many
look
cops
for.
out there who
many
do bad
cops
things all the
you hang
time,
out
but this is a
with?
comedy podcast, so we're gonna move on and not get into all the things that I could have just said right now. So this guy's got guns, illegal guns. I think he's got bombs, and he has a 4 or 5 foot bong. He's
What
got
does
2
he mean
dogs and no
bombs?
kids. And so, anyways, I went home with this knowledge, and I started freezing my they call them regs. I started freezing for mids. I started freezing my
Yeah, your
mids.
shitty ass weed.
I had the shittiest brick weed you could ever find. I got it for real cheap, and I would freeze it and sell it
Where
for
were you
way more than
living?
anyone else was selling their weed for. Can I finish?
I don't think
Oh,
you
where were
should
you
say where.
living?
I don't
I
think you should
can't.
say where you were
It's at
living.
the same house that we broke into on episode 4. If you want to listen back to that podcast and find out who this is, you can find out right there. But anyways, guys, so I was kind of living in a trap house at this time, and I'm selling frozen weed out of the driveway. I'm selling frozen regs weed,
Like
bad
a
weed,
lemonade
garbage weed.
stand, like you're just out
Yeah.
front by the corner,
Yeah.
like.
No, people would
$5
pull up,
bucks.
and then it would be this whole spiel about how much I love them and all this shit. And
I
I give
don't
them
really
their
know
weed, and
him.
it'd be freezing cold.
Just for the record, we barely know him.
I
And,
literally did not know this.
Yeah, but later I found out people were upset about their weed. Like a week later, or a
Obviously.
couple days later, they'd be like, "Man, it doesn't look as good." And then, so we started making edibles with this weed. We're like, "Fuck, we can't sell it. People know about our frozen trick." This was before Frozen even came out. That wasn't even a joke.
That
was
was
so
a
bad.
good joke.
That's so bad.
I like that
Mike,
the
thanks.
best.
No,
Thanks for keeping me in line.
God, that's.
Mike's really funny. That's why he's on the podcast today.
I can't
I might
reach
be
you.
putting him down, but that's what we do when people are
Dude,
on for the
that was
first
just.
time.
That was honestly.
That was really, that was just
I
garbage.
love dad jokes.
I've got
They're the
notes.
best.
Like
jokes.
just so the listeners know,
I
that
don't
me
have
and
notes.
Trash have known each other for like 3
Yeah,
visits.
great.
Can I go up
And
on?
I just met Rachel.
Can I talk about something that's totally
Bummed
not
about,
wasn't
it.
even
related?
done
Bummed
with
about
the
her
story.
boyfriend.
Okay, finish your story.
I've been waiting for you to talk the whole day, and then you want to talk right before I finish the story.
I have been talking. You've been
When
talking
did you
about
talk?
You've been talking about jerking off, which I obviously don't do because I'm not
You
a
don't
guy.
jerk off.
Wait, what?
You've been talking about drugs, like buying drugs, which I
You don't
legitimately
do drugs.
have
You
never
don't buy
done.
drugs. You don't sell drugs.
She's a girl.
Don't.
People
You're
just give
talking
them to
about
her.
stuff that I'm trying to.
You're on the
add.
radio. You can still weigh in.
You were talking.
What
you
happens
know
when
what?
hosts come?
You
when
talk-
guests
oh,
come in
God.
on the radio?
You talked
And they-
about
You've
the
never
mushroom.
masturbated?
You talk about the porta
Is that
potty
what you say?
mushrooms,
That's
and I'm like,
fucking
hey,
lame.
I have something related. CVS CVS fake IDs. Like, I totally.
That was really good. That was a
yeah,
good bit.
Thank you.
Thanks for
So
that.
I did do a
We
good
went into
job.
the whole thing about how we can sell our bathwater at CVS. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I have been talking. You made a really bad joke, and I just wanted to say that I think bad jokes
Wait.
are the best jokes.
I thought you liked the joke. It's because it was bad.
Yeah,
There's good,
I
bad, and
love
then there's
bad,
bad.
Wasn't a good
dad
joke
jokes.
at all.
Dad jokes are bad
It
jokes
was
that are
a
good.
dad joke.
No,
It
I
was
was
a
beneath
bad joke. That was
For the
amazing.
people listening on Stitcher right now, they think they're happy about this conversation. We got off topic. We were doing a thing. We were
You're
going on.
talking about you were somewhere and you made.
I was selling drugs on my
edibles.
driveway.
I know.
People
This
didn't
all
like them.
started
We
'cause
started
you're going
selling
to fish
edibles.
tonight trying
What
to buy
kind?
All right, real
bathroom
quick.
mushrooms.
Did
Real
you make
quick.
brownies?
Real quick. Can we do a GSP slams?
I don't know what that means.
We do a thing called GSP slams where we call people out.
Yes.
This is something I shouldn't do right now.
Okay, then don't do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Remember when you called out
This
my
is something that could
ex-boyfriend the
actually
last
probably
time?
get me in trouble.
Is,
But I'm gonna do it.
Is there like a Coast Guard behind us right
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
GSP slams. He bought this fucking edibles from me. I made brownies and he had the brownies and
There's a boat
she
cap.
said those don't work.
He's cool.
There's police right behind us on a boat. That's the funniest thing
We're
ever.
selling edibles. This was a long time
They're
ago.
pulling
They're in
someone
kayaks.
over. They're pulling someone over.
They're in kayaks. They can't get here in time. Let me tell my story about.
Not in kayaks.
This is a GSP slams. You guys
Okay.
are interrupting
I'm
GSP
listening
slams.
to you talk about and I'm going to look the other way and I'm going to narrate
Now
to
we've
you
said-
this
so
cop
what-
arresting someone.
When I have
He's
my
right.
notes,
They
when I
never
set everything
ask
up for the cast, I go, I don't want to say her name on the cast. And now we are. We're doing a GSP slams.
Okay.
I'm going to have to beep that out.
Yeah, she hates you right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
she
don't-
hated me then. She definitely hates me now. So started
should
telling
be-
me.
okay, you
She
said it
started
again.
giving me death threats, saying,
That's
"I'm going
two
to kill you,
beeps.
you piece of shit. I'm going to sell you out to the cops." They already hate me. Try it. And anyways, so I sell the worst drugs in town. Everyone knows.
Beep her name
so
out if
anyways,
she buys your bathwater.
will you just let me continue the fucking story so we can
I
be
was
done with it
trying
and
to
move
give you a
on, you
business
piece of
plan.
shit?
Hey, buy my bathwater.
I've tried to have I've tried to do a
I'll help you
podcast.
sue him.
We're in 40 fucking minutes. They haven't gotten through one bit.
40 minutes?
I've got notes.
Yo, we've got
I've
like
got a
14
jewel.
minutes and then I
Oh
got
my
to go to
God,
work.
Yeah.
You piece of shit. We invite you on a podcast to give you a big intro.
And it's
Your huge intro. And then you just
A good ass
don't
intro.
let me
The
talk
rapper.
about
You gotta stop
3
saying her name.
weeks of saying her name. I don't even know her, and I feel like you shouldn't be outing her.
This is
Between
one of my
her and the
funniest bits.
cop,
I think this is one of the
you
best
have like
bits.
2 people who hate
I am
you.
so
after
happy
this.
right now.
At
Anyways,
least beep out her last
anyways,
name.
all right, so she ate the fucking drugs. She didn't like him. She sent us death threats, so we tried them. We tried 2 trays of them. We didn't get high. She had a good point. I canceled the business at thank you. And that's what happens. So if you don't like our bathwater, send us death threats. We'll stop selling it. I'm sorry for your name being used so many times. And also, we're going to move on.
You know what? Wait, hold on. So
It sounds weird
Yeah,
when you
that
say
was
it.
your shitty drug.
got you out of a horrible illegal game.
Yeah.
So
She's
actually,
awesome.
you should be
She's your
thanking.
savior.
Thank you.
Thanks, you cunt. All right, guys, so let's move on. I got a whole
Right.
list of stuff to get into.
Okay.
And actually, I'm going to kind of take
Were
more
you
of a back
offended by
seat.
that? I
I'm
feel
going
like
to
you just
say
got
some of this for
offended.
another cast. 'Cause I've been talking a lot.
Can I look at the list and pick one? Because I don't want to talk about boy stuff. I want to talk about.
Yeah, basically, there's nothing left.
Can we talk about trash how he looks?
Let's just
She
keep
Can
knows
we
it
talk
Porn.
about why you wrote murder at the bottom? Like it literally just says murder in all caps. This looks like the list of
No
someone who is
subnotes.
insane.
Murder.
It
He
says
did tell me that he
murder,
was psychotic.
and then it says psycho scale.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. All right, no, I want to get into that.
We didn't talk about it. He said he was psychotic, and I said, "Are you like fully psychotic?" And he said, "Like
Okay.
there's a scale."
There's a test. It's called the psychopath test. There's a really good episode of This
My
American
notes are
Life,
all
but
wet.
also there's a book about it by a really cool British. Right, this is actual helpful information for all of you. You should all go read this book. It's
like
one of
where
my
it's written.
favorites.
Yeah.
It's
Check the
called the
helpline.
psychopath test. And he talks to people who've actually been diagnosed as psychopaths. It's really hard to get diagnosed. If you want, I'll get my phone and we'll go through the 10 things that make you a psychopath, and we'll see if you guys are psychopaths. Do you want to do that? Are you touching
It's
his?
so gross. I'm about
He's
to touch his
so
dick.
close
I'm
to
about
my
touch his
dick.
It's so gross. I was listening.
I'm gonna go get
I
my
was
phone, and we're
psychopath. I
gonna
was
give you
getting
guys
hard.
the psychopath test, the
No,
abridged
hold on.
version.
Let's do that another time.
Yeah, I will
No,
never,
do it
I
right
will
now.
never do that on camera.
Listen, we're just introducing Mike now. We don't want him to not have fans after today.
2
I'm
psychopaths
trying to
and a
do
chick.
the most entertaining thing.
I've given up with the fan thing. Like
People that
I
are- wait,
like
wait,
I've done a
friended
bad
so
listen,
many
job.
random
I've done a bad
people.
job today of being a host,
I
of
was
being
like,
a
this is
friend.
gonna be huge.
Thank you.
We're gonna do something that the audience can play along with.
I didn't know why you didn't just do that while we're talking about jerking off. All right, so we're doing the
She's-
audience.
she-
We're gonna
Female
do
shit.
the psychopath test.
Okay.
It's less gay if you think about it. It is less gay.
So we're doing a psycho test. This is fun.
Do you think shemale porn is less gay while she gets the test?
Dude, I've never thought shemale porn is gay. I've watched shemale porn. Listen, don't you get into a certain... This is why I can't jerk off sometimes. Or come while jerking off. I can jerk off whenever I want. Don't you fucking need something weird to jerk off to sometimes? When I was a kid, I would love
you
to see
fucking
two
stop?
women
It
fuck.
was like Victoria's Secret.
You want to see
magazine.
two women fuck? One of them has a dick. Maybe they both have a dick. I don't care. If they've gone through a couple things, they're probably a woman. I like lesbian porn. I like shemale porn. That's all. That's all. Shemales aren't a
But
thing.
neither
That's a bad
of the
word.
two make you come anyway. So what's
I think shemales would. And that comes up with something while she pulls up the psychopath test. Let's talk about
That is
being
the
gay.
test.
Let's talk about being gay for a second. Yesterday, I thought. I mean, my dad told me when I was growing up, my whole life, "You're gay." He basically forced me to believe that I should be gay, and that may or may not be why this popped into my head the other day. But the other day, I was thinking, and I go, "Should I be gay? Am I gay?" And that's something that straight men have to think about all the time.
No, I don't
Okay.
think it's a decision at all.
I think
It's
about it all
not
the
a
time.
decision.
So
You
End
what
of
are you going to
story.
wake up tomorrow and think
Not a
like I'm going to
decision.
decide to be gay today?
no, I'm saying
Okay.
maybe it's a thing I haven't necessarily fully tapped into.
All right, guys, this is called the hair psychopathy checklist. Number 1,
I'm gonna start jerking
do
off.
you have excess clipness or superficial charm?
What does that mean?
Well, you put a bunch of words in there I don't know. You're a teacher. You should know.
Not those. I teach science.
Like you're
we
excessively
make up words. We don't use crazy
charming.
adjadjectives.
I would say no for both of you.
Wait, I'm charming.
I'm kinda-
Wait, Rachel, fuck
Yeah,
you.
I
I'm
feel
charming.
like I kind of want to
Fuck
be
you.
yes on that
I'm
answer.
Do you-
charming.
okay, fine, sure.
All
so
right.
you got 1. So keep
We're
track of
trying
how
to
many
be
you have.
psychopaths.
Number 2, a grandiose sense of self-worth.
Dude,
so
can you
think
find
you're
one with
more
normal
important-
people words?
I don't
so you
think I'm
you're more
important.
important than you are. Okay, so no points.
But I do fucking do music,
you have an-
podcasting,
Yeah, you
comedy,
think this podcast
Okay,
videos.
is huge.
listen.
There's like
Number 3,
15 people that watch it.
an excess need for stimulation or proneness to boredom.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Repeat that one. I don't make sense. I'm drunk.
Excess
I'm not
need
drinking. That's
for
weight loss.
stimulation.
What?
Or you get
Excess
bored
stimulation?
easily. You really need to be stimulated, or you get bored super easily.
Yeah. I skydive
Yes.
and I get
Yeah.
bored
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that.
You know me. Okay. So just answer the questions for me.
Are you a pathological liar?
No, I
no.
never lie.
I don't like lying.
Me neither.
Are you conning or manipulative?
You can be. You'll slut.
No.
It's a lie.
Rachel, don't look at me like that. One time. One fucking time.
Do you display a lack of remorse or guilt?
Wait, we're not keeping track here.
You guys should be.
You
fuck.
never
I told you
us
both
that.
to. I did.
Start real
Rewind
quick.
the
Yeah,
tape.
it's on
Do a
the
speed round.
camera.
Start
Just
from
do
the
it
top.
Are we
later.
starting from the top?
All right. Yeah,
Okay,
start from the
ready?
speed round.
Number 1, superficial charm.
No, you already
Say
denied
yes.
us of that.
I'm charming.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yes.
Grandiose
You never
sense
know.
of self-worth. You think you're more important than you
Tell
are.
the yeses?
Tally the yeses.
No. Okay.
Excess need for stimulation, or you get bored
Actually, the
easily.
second one, I gotta be honest. Maybe yes.
Okay, so then, do you get bored easily?
I get bored
Yeah.
within.
So
I
give
hate
yourself a
listening to you
point.
guys talk.
Yeah.
Are you a
can't even finish
pathological
coming.
liar?
No.
No.
Are you manipulative?
Barely.
I feel like I can sell shit.
Do you
Yeah, you're
display
manipulative.
a
You're
lack
definitely
of
manipulative.
remorse?
You definitely are. What's remorse mean?
Like you feel bad for the bad things you've done.
What I done or
Wait,
for
way
other
late,
people?
but I actually feel
Way
it.
late.
Yeah. So
A
I'm fine.
bullet
I'm fine.
fifth grade.
I'm fine.
Super hard
Yeah.
night last night.
Do
I
you
realized
show
yesterday.
a lack of emotion when an emotional reaction is appropriate? No, you are emotional as fuck.
I was gonna say no, so yes. Thank God.
Are you? I feel
I
like
cried
he's-
quick.
Do you lack empathy?
No.
Certain situations.
Actually, on set, yes, but that's understandable,
Do
right?
you
Depends.
have a
Do they
parasitic
deserve it?
Stop counting. I'm gonna put
lifestyle, meaning that you prefer not to work for a living? You feel it's easier to take stuff from other people,
If you don't work, fuck you. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
but
Who are
you
these?
you guys don't take stuff from other people.
I don't have people to take shit from.
Literally, do your fucking thing.
Do you have poor behavioral controls?
Absolutely put a finger up for that.
You
I've
think?
known you twice.
All right,
For
five.
the third time.
Do you
I'm
have a
not-
history of promiscuous sexual behavior?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got to
Do you have a history of childhood behavioral problems?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I was.
Do you lack
I had a
long-
bad doctor as a kid.
Do you lack
I had a bad
long-term
principal. Just
realistic?
Always yelling at
Did
me.
your principal fuck you?
No, did your doctor fuck
All right,
you?
so I got 8. I got 7.
Do you lack realistic long-term
Yes.
goals?
I think he did.
If you don't think I'm going to be a billionaire,
Wait, do I lack realistic long-term goals? No, we're gonna play Madison Square Garden.
Okay, fine. Are you overly impulsive?
yes.
Yes. I start a new show every day.
Do you have a high level of irresponsibility?
Why are you looking at me like that? I was gonna not chalk that
the
one
sun's
up.
in my eyes. I don't think you. Well, you did sell drugs out of your driveway, but then you stopped.
It was someone else's driveway.
You-
I'm gonna put my
that's
finger
more
up.
Do you
irresponsible.
fail to accept responsibility for your own
Blames it on his
actions?
neighbor.
Okay, this is like the same thing as feeling bad.
No, it's
Later,
not.
I do. Later, I accept responsibility.
Have you
about
had many
later.
short-term marital relationships? No.
marriages?
Yeah.
Does that mean like one night stands?
Every time I meet
No,
a girl,
like
I'm like,
marrying.
no, I'm not gonna say that. on the podcast.
Do you have
All
a
right, so
history of
10.
juvenile delinquency? Did you get in trouble as a kid?
Like legally?
Yeah.
I was listed under the cops' notes with Sarah Onifer, and she's garbage, so I'm gonna chalk it
That's
down as
probably
11.
a difficult kid.
11.
Have you guys ever been in prison and then put on probation? No.
Never been on probation.
Yeah.
Do you
It was
display
jail, not prison.
criminal versatility? Psychopaths differ from normal criminals because they don't care which type of laws they break. They'll break any
I don't
of
care.
them.
Yeah. So
Okay.
12.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's,
Where are
like,
you
that
at?
should be.
Where are you at?
I'm at 7.
Okay.
But I think that's everyone. Like, if I don't agree with the law.
All these are everyone, Mike. We're not psychos. Just fucking continue with the questions.
Says the guy with 12. I'm at 7. Psychopath.
I'm gonna throw up. I
Oh
drank
my
too much before the
God.
cast.
Do it in the water.
I'm not drinking. We're doing
you
weight
guys
loss.
I fucked it up. There's supposed to be a 3-point scale where you give yourselves like different
We
points.
gotta
But
move on.
let me tell you this. This is what I learned in the book. It's real hard to be a psychopath. And if you can show emotion, you're not. So you're 1,000% not. I just met you, but you're probably not.
Nice bit.
You know what? Talk about jerking off again. You wanted me to talk.
Honestly, we
Says
could
the
do a
fucking
whole
radio
hour. I feel
person.
like we could do a whole hour for that.
Says the fucking co-host.
I just did a bit for you.
Yeah, and then it was it a good bit?
Well, they found out
Did it
that
end
they
with a-
shouldn't listen to
Don't
him
look at me
'cause
like
he's
there's the sun in your
psychopath.
eyes.
Yeah.
Are we doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Move your arm a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Are you trying to look at my
No,
boobs?
hold on.
She's-
I'm just trying to get something going for YouTube. We're about 40 minutes
What
in.
kind? She's not a she-male, dude.
All right,
She's
all
not even
right. Let's talk about
She
it.
might be. I
Let's
don't
talk
say.
about it. We have sex appeal on today's podcast. I'm just gonna bring it out in the open. Rach,
Move-
don't look at
you
me like
have
that. You
shit
know
written down.
we're doing it. We got a thing going on.
So you just told me to move my arms so that you could see my boobs?
That was wrong.
100% what he
Now
did.
I want to put my shirt on.
Makes you feel
Wait,
better. He
hold
won't
on, Rach.
finish
Hold
to
on.
it.
Our listeners are gonna think I'm a creep.
You know who's going to hate you? Brian.
Fuck Brandon. We need to move on. All right. Now, we're very conscious of sex appeal. It's a note on my, it's a note on my list. It's a bullet point on my list.
Buy my
My list is
bathwater.
all wet. What happened?
You just dunked
I was
in
gonna
the
freak
pool.
out about my list being what I had to do with myself to create a diversion. Well, we're very conscious of sex appeal. We feel sexy. Don't you feel sexy?
A little bit.
You're making me feel like this guy who did this meeting the other day at work.
Like a
And he said some
harassment.
crazy thing like, "Oh, I like your dress," to this girl he had come up on stage, and I was like, "Whoa, that's inappropriate." And when I asked him to move your arm, I felt inappropriate. And now I feel like that guy.
Well,
Dude.
that was way creepier than being
Move
like,
your
I
arm.
like your dress.
Move
You're like,
your shirt.
Move your arm so I can see your boobs.
Yeah.
Move out of the camera. We're doing
Yours was
something.
like yours was obvious.
That would
Yours
be
was
even
like, can
worse.
you scoot over? It was like move just your arm.
I have, like,
you can
rotated
stay
Actually,
where
Rachel,
you're
what
at.
you're doing right now is perfect. And do a little chest up for the guests, for the people. Was that
All
worse?
14
Wait,
people.
hold on. Saying chest up or arm down, which is worse?
If you say chest,
Chest up,
and
'cause
you're
you're
not
talking directly about
exercising,
the
so it's
chest.
getting worse.
It's getting worse.
as with
All
your
right, so
series of podcasts.
Brian's gonna kick your
So
ass.
we're just gonna end here. He should have came today.
He should have.
We could have
today.
fucked.
Well, he would have come.
Oh my God,
I
that's
meant
the
he
best way
would've
to end this.
come
Wait,
to
hold
the
on. The video's
podcast.
definitely not going.
Make sure
Wait,
you buy
hold
the
on.
water.
If you're listening, if you're only
not at
listening,
this point.
you do know that Rachel has tits. Maybe you want to buy that bath water.
They
But
haven't
what you
actually
don't
been in
know
the bath
is
though.
I might actually have nicer tits. So
What?
I also
No.
have bath water. I
They're
have hairy
small
tits.
and
I have
somehow
large
not
pepperoni
perky.
nips. I have it all going on. Might want to buy my bath water. Now, Mike's kind of someone who used to be
You
in
can,
shape. He's a little out of shape now. He looks okay.
true.
Hopefully, he starts telling some jokes in the future. I don't know if you want to buy his bath water,
yeah.
but we're gonna see who
I
sells the
won't be
most
back.
bath water. We're gonna see who sells out the fastest. I don't know. I'm kind of done with this one.
Hey, Trash.
Yeah.
Will you jump in the lake?
No.
I think that would be a great finale
I'm not sending it
to
off
this
with jumping in the
episode.
lake.
And
I'm
it's
not
only
Will
doing it.
2
you
feet deep
please
because I know
jump
you
in the
can't
lake?
swim.
I'm not doing it.
Dude, you're buoyant as
Nose
fuck.
goes.
Jump in the lake.
Dude,
You
no.
lost that. You lost that.
No.
I've been doing nose goes since like high school, and I love that my
Do you have to leave
response
now?
to that.
So we're wrapping up?
I gotta leave in 5 minutes, and
She's
I'm
got
thinking,
plenty
what can
time
we
to
do for
watch
5
you.
minutes? We could have you jump in the lake. That would be quality television.
Dude, you could go
We could
hit
have
your
a
jewel
dance
in the
party?
lake.
Well, now that they're watching, they're gonna be like, "Well, we hope he jumps in the lake. He's got to jump in the
yeah,
lake."
exactly.
No, I have to do it,
Naked.
but it's
Naked.
2 feet.
Is
So
it?
now I have to have broken legs. Is that what you're saying? I
How
gotta have
high are
broken
you
legs.
jumping
Trash, we gotta
from?
break your
It's
legs.
just 4 feet to 2
slide
feet.
into the lake.
I know how
Do a
aesthetics
belly
work.
flop.
I know how physics work.
Just
You
slide
don't.
in. If it's only 2 or
I
4
taught
feet,
physics.
then you won't even
don't
go.
know physics.
You taught physics?
I did.
My
God
brother
damn it,
studied
Rachel.
physics.
I'm literally so chill right now. And in what, 2 minutes, I'm gonna be full of lake water. This is
I
bullshit.
didn't know. Did you know people our age hit jewels? I thought it was just like little like badass high school
How
kids.
old do you
You
think
want
I
to see a
am?
badass?
That are like
You want to see a
confiscated the
badass
jewels
high
from.
school
They're
kid?
like, I'm going to the jewel room, not the bathroom. And I'm like,
bringing
fuck
my
you.
rubber ducky though.
Okay.
For flotation.
jump in the
Rachel,
lake.
it's disgusting. It looks disgusting. I'm not doing it.
That's
Top
why we
5%
use
cleanest
those.
lakes in
That's
Alaska.
disgusting. What?
It's called Bangs Lake, Alaska.
Dude, no. There's fucking fish and there's minnows and it's gross. There's
Jump in
seaweed.
the lake.
Do you know a lake that doesn't have
Talk to the
fish?
fucking mic. What?
Do
Jump
you
in
know
the
a lake
lake.
that doesn't have fish?
How do I get back up?
You climb your fat ass out of the pool.
No,
Upper
there's no
body
ladder.
strength.
Yeah, dude, there's
It's
a
not a pool,
dock.
it's a lake, you fucking idiot.
Are you telling me if you grab a platform at shoulder height, you can't?
Dude, that's not a shoulder height.
You are
That's like way
literally
above-
going to be so disappointing if you don't jump in the lake now.
Trust, I'm gonna show you how
Fuck
fast.
you.
I just want you to see how fast this could happen, and I hope you feel bad about yourself. It's literally a foot deep.
You guys are such cunts.
I'm going to dump their
Rachel,
bathwater
I didn't
out
mean
while they're
that, but I
arguing
still
about
will.
this. So then I win the
I'm
bathwater
actually not
competition.
gonna jump. I am with you. It is like 6 inches long. But you just hopped out.
What about over there?
It's like, I don't know, a little darker. Come in, Trash.
You want me to jump into a fucking lake that deep? Yeah, this would be great for fucking YouTube. This would be great for fucking everything.
I honestly think if you break a leg jumping in here, it'd be your most watched video to date.
Rach, I can't. It's not deep. It's not deep.
Then slide in.
Hey, I still have your lunch in my pocket. Are you gonna eat that lettuce?
Yo, Trash, just sit down and then kind of slide.
He literally stood in my house. He's like, I got my lunch, and it's a bag of lettuce.
Ow, ow, I stepped on corn.
He eats the same diet as the seagull.
All right. Ready?
Yo, move out of the way.
Here, swim to your lunch.
I'm not going that way.
It's
I'm not
deeper.
I'm not a
Jump!
Rachel, it looks gross.
I love you.
We call it
This is
trap.
so gross.
It's
Ryan
trash
would
water.
do it.
Yeah, that's why you're single. Every boyfriend jumps in this lake.
Rachel, I love you. Ah, what the fuck? I let it go down. No, no, it's so gross. My feet, no, 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 no. Fuck
Can
this.
we-
Get me out.
I wanna
Get me
watch-
out. No, no, no. Rachel, my dick. No, I can't get up. My dick. No, my dick's hitting the pier. I can't get my dick above the thing. Ow, ow, my fucking head. Ow. Ow. I think I just broke my chin, you fucking assholes.
On the positive note, your dick sounded like it's been broke your whole life. So. No worrisomes there.
Ow, I hit my fucking jaw so hard.
I like that we're laughing instead of helping him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he'll
We're
talk?
friends.
You think
I'm
he'll
still
talk
here.
less?
Ow. Holy shit. That was hard.
Well,
your-
guys, I think I won the competition.
Is your jaw bad? You think your boyfriend's gonna be mad?
About what?
Trash's jaw.
Sure.
Did you actually hurt your jaw?
Oops, I accidentally,
Pretty bad.
I accidentally drained their bathwater.
Were you trying to help your sales with my pool water?
Hey guys, now
I
I got
was.
lake water in my pool, so you probably want to buy mine. I broke my jaw. I'm gonna put a little bit of that blood in the pool.
No
I
joke.
have
2
been
days ago,
What
they
the
had an
fuck?
E.
I literally
coli
just hit my
warning
fucking
in
chin.
that.
I'm sorry.
So hard on
I
that
thought
dock.
you were kidding, so I was just filming.
That didn't
you.
look good. I was so far away from video.
I was
No, you can
videoing
actually
you
see
on
it.
my phone, and
Well,
I
you put
thought
that
you were
in.
being dramatic and you were kidding. And so I was just standing there laughing instead of helping you.
You know,
Also,
I saw your
was
phone. And I
draining.
go, hey, I'm going to be dramatic and start kidding around, and then I just hit myself really hard in the chin.
I was draining both of your bathwater while you were doing that to try to up my sales, by the way.
Fucking bitch.
You know
I'm gonna
that
sell
question
mine
you
for
asked us
$100
earlier,
a
like, do
bottle.
you have empathy or do you feel remorse?
Oh, not at all.
Like
I love
when
you. I'm sorry
when
I
I
called you
see
a bitch.
people do
That sounded
that,
bad.
I feel zero.
Let's ditch it.
Like he could have smashed his face and like split in half and been in a coma, and I would have been like,
Yeah, you were just up here chilling.
I would have been like, serves him right. Like what a fucking
All right,
idiot.
guys,
Like, he
hey,
did
I'm
it to
going to go ahead and
himself.
sign this off before someone else gets hurt again.
That
I
someone
don't know
would be
why we
him.
just did that little extra segment. I think it was pretty funny.
I think it was amazing. You like army crawling across
I don't
the
think that was
dock.
funny, but I think that our conversation was nice.
Oh,
And
right.
I'm-
That's what he was talking about.
I liked how
I'm done. I wanna
your
get these
love
mics inside.
tattoo on your bicep glistened in the sun as you got out.
glistening?
All right.
It
We love
glistened.
you.
Thank you.
Sorry,
We
this
love you
was a
guys.
bit of a shit show, but we
This
will
is the-
see you for the
I've only seen two
mukbang
podcasts.
We're
This
gonna-
is easily the worst.
Hey, guys, we're going to see you
Of
for
the
the
three.
Mukbang Fitness show real soon
real soon.
on CBS.
Hopefully back in the
CBS.
studio because
Oh, my bathwater. Oh, God.
again, if you're looking for trash water, I have a little bit, about 10% trash in here.
Josh got no
The rest of it is 90% royalty.